Jimmy Kimmel and Kirsten Dunst dish insights concerning their children's battle. During Thursday's episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live, Kirsten Dunst talked about how their children go to class together. While Kirsten and Jimmy have consistently gotten along, the equivalent can't be said to describe their children. The late-night show have raised a battle their children had at school as of late, and the two stars worked through what occurred between the boys. Jimmy Kimmel and Kirsten Dunst off a tale about their children's battle. Jimmy Kimmel's child, Billy, 6, and Kirsten Dunst's child, Ennis, 5, are in a similar kindergarten class. At the point when their kids came up, the Jimmy Kimmel Live host couldn't resist the opportunity to raise a new squabble between their children. They had a battle, you know, Jimmy snickered. Do you are familiar this? Clearly, the Spider-Man entertainer found out about the episode during a new parent-educator meeting with their instructor, Ms. Julie. The two stars then, at that point, shared the story, as they heard it, with one another. They needed to check whether both of their children left out any subtleties. Kirsten Dunst began to make sense of the circumstance. She said, "I think Billy was sitting in a seat, and afterward Ennis went to perhaps hone a pencil, returned, saw there was an unfilled seat, and sat in it. And afterward Billy returned and was frantic that Ennis was in his seat. Jimmy then, at that point, uncovered that his child let him know that it was the reverse way around. He conceded neither of their children was a dependable source. There was a removal there, and afterward the two of them cried." He finished up the story. "They're an exceptionally sweet gathering of young men," Kirsten added. "They all get along very well." Other stars uncover anecdotes about their children battling. Kirsten Dunst and Jimmy Kimmel aren't the main two stars whose children have gotten into tussles at school. Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum shared that whenever they first met was in the preschool's chief's office. The pair were visitors on Late Show with James Corden in Walk 2022. "We have two incredibly solid-willed young ladies that, you know, early in life were particularly clashing," Channing Tatum said. Sandra Bullock chuckled and said that any time she got a call from the preschool she generally trusted it was Channing's girl who began the battle. After a few occurrences, the two stars chose to go to the school to perceive how they could resolve things. Last year, Channing Tatum uncovered that the two young ladies really turned out to be dearest companions after that. "They love each other now, in a real sense can't get enough of one another," he said in January 2023. "They simply need to hang out constantly." Stand by listening to Kirsten Dunst and Jimmy Kimmel discuss their children's battle in the video underneath.